if he was a matter of this investigation. I don't have that information at this time.
I know you mentioned that this was a covert operation. Did the MDART team notify the person in the house that they were actually police? Did the person that shot at police think maybe this was an intruder?
Right. Again, at that time, I don't know. We haven't interviewed the troopers. Our trooper that was also on scene, he's currently at our 2nd District headquarters, and I'm sure they're conducting that portion of the investigation. However, I don't have that information at this time.
Do you know what the initial call was for? Were they trying to repo a car? Kind of why were they out in the neighborhood initially?
No, again, we don't repo vehicles. It was some type of operation. Again, it was with our MDART team, so it possibly was with pertaining to a vehicle, but again, I don't have that information. They were in the area conducting their investigation.
Do you know how many people are part of this team, this MDART team?
I don't know how many are part of that team.
Are these plainclothes troopers, or do they have badges or anything else?
Well, again, I don't have that information as well, but I do know that they were working undercover covert, so if they were marked up or anything, I don't have that information right now.
How many shots the state troopers shot at the suspect?
I do not. I do know that there were 3 shots by the suspect. Not sure how many the troopers returned.
You did say 4:30 p.m. Did you mean 4:30 a.m.?
Thank you, sir. 4:30 a.m., yes.
Okay, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the trooper at this time, how long he's been with the department, that type of thing?
That's a good question. I don't have that information right now, but that's something that I will get, because that is good information that I can get that to you.
Where does the investigation go from here? Where do you go next?
Good question as well. What we have is we have a homicide task force in the city of Detroit that has MSP and Detroit PD members on it. What we do is, when there is a trooper involved in a shooting, the Detroit detectives on that side of the team will conduct that investigation. If it was a DPD officer, then our MSP detectives would take it. So at this time, the homicide task force with the DPD officers or detectives, our MSP assisting, will conduct their investigation, wrap everything up, and then it will be sent to the Attorney General's office for them to view as far as any criminal charges, anything like that.
I know this is multiple.
Clarification, was the person coming out of their home, were they pronounced dead on deceased on the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The suspect is deceased.
We heard some reports, and I don't know how true it was, that there could be kids inside that home from some family members. Were there any kids that were inside of the home during the shooting?
That I don't know.
Okay. And how involved was DPD with this MDART team? Maybe DPD can speak to that.
Yeah, they could speak to it. I'm not sure if we have members on that team or not from our DPD, but it is a multi-jurisdictional team. So, Commander, do you know that?
I'm not sure if DPD is involved in your team, no.
DPD has no members.
No members part of the DPD.
Okay.
Okay, so multi-jurisdictional, who then is part of?
I'd have to get that information, but it could be, normally when we have these multi-jurisdictional teams, like drug teams, anything like that, there's usually township officers, city officers, and deputies as well.
And for logistics, we'll get, like, the next update will be from DPD since they're the ones heading the investigation. Is that correct?
Well, they're heading the investigation, but me being the public information officer and one of our troopers were the ones that was shot, I will be doing any follow-up with the media.
Sounds like we've heard these auto task force, they're pretty dangerous. We had another one, Officer Ruckland in Oakland County. How dangerous are these auto task force rings?
Our teams are, anything that we do as police officers it's not easy to do, and so like with these teams, they're working, and a lot of it was auto recovery, or not auto recovery, but a lot of task force stuff that's going on as far as stolen vehicles, and this is big time. So people don't want to go to jail, or they don't know what's going on. So yeah, it is dangerous. We did have one of our officers a few years ago on an auto recovery team or a task force. He was shot and he is now crippled. So yeah, it is a dangerous job for these gentlemen and ladies.
Can you report the gentleman's name of the trooper that was injured, or is that still?
I don't have that information right now, and I'm not when and we'll release that. It'll be up to our command if they want to do that.
And then you guys obviously do good police work. How hard is it to see? Obviously, it's almost par for the course that there could be something like this, but how difficult is it to see one of your brothers get shot, in that manner, going in a task force like that and having to deal with that?
I got a call at 5:30 this morning that happened, and they tell me that a trooper's been shot. And the first thing you think, is he going to be okay? How is he doing? So yes, even for the inspector here, or any of these gentlemen behind me, when you get that call in the morning, it's terrible when you hear someone's been shot, one of your team members. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. How are they doing? Have we gotten to the family? Let's get wife or husband to the hospital, significant other. So those are things that we look at. But yeah, our first thing is how's our trooper, how's our officer, to make sure that they're okay.
Sounds like this trooper is very lucky to be alive after being shot 3 times.
Yes, like I said, he took one in the leg and the back and the chest. That could have been the one that took him out, but that vest saved him. So we're glad that they're wearing their gear, and that's what kept them safe.
And when can we expect the next update from you guys?
That I can't tell you. I'll try to have something for you directly. Like I said, this is a fresh investigation. We just got the whole team on scene. They're doing their investigation, and once I have something further for you, I can bring that out to you. I'll also start putting out some press releases as well.
Is this to confirm serious but stable condition?
He is in serious but stable condition.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your time.
The update. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. One. Yes. Yeah. And normally Mike Shaw, who's the